Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sujat Pathan here with some tips regarding preparation for MRC in Part B and C. Congratulations on passing your Part A examination held in December 2016. The Part B and C of MRCM exam will be held in India in June 2016 and in UK until August 2016. The Part B remains same until June 2016, that is, the SEQs 16 questions, 10 marks each for 2 hours. After August 2016, Part B will be SEQs 60 questions, 3 marks each for 3 hours. However, the curriculum and the content of the exam will remain the same. The MRCM OSCE remains same, 18 stations, 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it will be conducted twice a year in India as well as in UK for those who would like to qualify for the MRCM examination. I have recommended some resources here in this presentation. These resources are based on experience of past students and examinees, and I have no conflict of interest or financial association with the uh, owners or providers of these resources. These are purely based on the experience of past examinees. The books to read, courses, and question bank. I would recommend strongly to read the latest edition of Oxford Handbook of Emergency Medicine. Mastering Emergency Medicine is a good book to start with. It has loads of practical application and it's a very useful book for preparing for your OSCEs. 110 OSCE cases is again a very useful book for your MChem Part C. Revision Notes for Part B by Dr. Stacy. It is a good book, but there has been no updates. So the last book was released 3 years ago, and there was no second edition. So the guidelines may not be updated. So I would recommend just reading the questions, specific part of this book. The MCM exam prep.co.uk is a good resource to practice SAQs, and EM Courses India conducts courses in India twice a year in March and September. These courses are conducted in Chennai or Mumbai. So, Mastering Emergency Medicine and MChem Part C 110 OSCE stations and revision notes Part B. These are the courses, the MChem exam prep online resource, and the courses website. Uh, you can Google the names and you can find out. Go to their webpage. I have made a timeline. However, this timeline may not be deployed by everyone, but this can form a framework to develop your own learning style. This was the style I adapted, and I practiced. A study time of 6 months, a dedicated 25 hours per week of study is required. You need to complete reading Mastering Emergency Medicine book and 110 OSCE book within 5 weeks time frame. A quick reading would take about 4 to 5 weeks. Then you form a group of 4 people and start practicing OSCEs. Uh, this should be up to 3 weeks. You can practice OSCE mostly at works. You start by developing your own protocols. For example, in resuscitation, what are the steps which you are supposed to do? Uh, in teaching station, there will be a pattern with which you'll go. You will first outline the objectives of the session, ask about the student's current designation, current level of knowledge, what kind of patient the student sees, and then you will start building on that knowledge. And at the end, you will give them an idea about where to look for further study uh, materials and also set up a future appointment. So this is a kind of a pattern. For bad news, there is a protocol called as Spikes protocols. We establish setting, then perception, then invitation, knowledge sharing. empathy, and then strategy. So this way you will make a protocol for each of these stations. You can also take the help of your consultant at workplace and ask him for observing you while you are at work. And you can actually practice 2 or 3 OSCEs daily on your patients. Just ask permission of the patient that you are preparing for an examination, and for that reason, another colleague of yours or a consultant will be observing you when you take a history or you do a physical examination. Uh, so this way, you need not take out separate time to practice OSCEs. You can do it at work. You can daily do 3 or 4. So if you're working 5 shifts in a week or 4 shifts in a week, you'll be doing at least 10 to 15 OSCEs every week. So within 3 weeks, you will be done with almost all kinds of cases for possible 45, 50 scenarios. So that would be really good. The timeline continued. I would read glossary of terms from the revision notes part B book, which describes terms such as management, treatment. So treatment is a different term, management is a different term. So all these terminologies. Start reading Oxford Handbook of Emergency Medicine. It should take around 6 weeks while you read this. And while you read this, you would solve the SAQs which are given at the end of each chapter in the revision notes book. Enroll for the courses which are held in India in March and September. The course are held for 5 days, starting Sunday to Thursday. Uh, it gives you a better idea of the content of the exam, and it gives you ample opportunity to practice OSCEs. And the consultants are really, really helpful and really great. And it's uh, it's kind of it gives you a real exam feeling, real exam scenario. Uh, Enroll for the MChem exam prep or similar resource which is available online to solve and start solving SAQs retrospectively. You should correct the answers from Oxford Handbook of Emergency Medicine. This should take somewhere around 8 weeks. I would recommend doing solving the questions individually and then meeting your group every third day or fourth day and discussing the SAQs. Uh, Throw some SAQs at them, ask them to throw some SAQs at you, and you keep on answering. This way, you will reinforce learning, and you will know like where you stand. There are other resources available in the market. One of them is Get Through MChem Part B book, which has many SAQs, which the they are much closer to what you see in the exam. So it can be useful if you want to practice more SAQs. London clinical courses. They run courses in London for Part C, 4 to 5 days of course, and they do a lot of OSCE scenarios. The only factor which could be the course is really good, but it could be expensive and it requires travel to London. Then Bromley does courses in Dubai and in India as well as in UK. Again, the cost of the courses are almost same. Uh, I have no first-hand experience of Bromley courses, but people do recommend going for it. And if you have any further questions, feel free to email me on my email address and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Good luck.